John Piper with the Tuesday video, and it's Tuesday the 18th of June. Starting with Bitcoin this morning. We've seen new highs here, which needs to be incorporated into the account. I mean, it's still possible we're seeing a 5-wave advance to here, and now we've got an irregular A, B, C decline. That's one possibility. The alternative is Bill Hadlard's alternative count he put forward a few weeks ago, which is in fact that this is 1, 2, 3 goes to here, and this is a 4th wave, although it's still quite subnormal really. And this is the 5th wave coming in here. Let's look at the shorter term action and see what clues that might give. Okay, so here's what was calling the peak of 1. It could still be the peak of 1. Clear ABC down to there, that's a corrective. This is an ABC here, so that's also a corrective. So A, B, and now an impulsive C. I mean, that sort of counts fairly well. I mean, okay, it could be some kind of complex correction down from there to there, perhaps, with a 5th wave coming in. But basically, it's not hugely clear. I mean, we're going up. That's good, I guess. But it does look like we're going to need either a C wave decline, or this is actually the peak of 1 and a bigger correction. So, I mean, either one or the other. So I still think we're going to see some kind of pullback, but quite what form we're seeing here is now not so clear really. But again, as I said at the weekend, no change of opinion. You know, the looks like a solid uptrend, and I'm anticipating very solid gains into the year end. So no change. Ethereum continues to argue for higher prices to complete wave 1. So we have 1 of 1, irregular 2 of 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 perhaps, 4 maybe, although 4 could extend in fact. So 5. So again, it could be that wave 3 is not yet over, may go to there. So it still looks different from Bitcoin. Still looks positive, but the pullbacks will probably be more muted on Ethereum than we're due on Bitcoin. Having said that, you know, these markets are building ahead of steam. Institutional involvement is sort of being confirmed, I guess, as far as these things are possible. People are going to be dragged in by seeing what's happening to the price. So this is a solid bull market in my view. Maybe the corrections are going to be subnormal to, well, let's say non-existent, not quite the case, but you know, it may be that the upside will surprise us, and it may be a mistake to try and be too clever with this market. Similar issues with gold. Again, we have a very solid uptrend. I think the biggest question mark is it possible that this is a 1, 2, 3, great big 4? I mean, it's certainly possible. I mean, this is actually a 5th wave coming in to complete 5 O's up. Be nice if that wasn't the case, and clearly we've got a solid resistance here, which is going to turn the market back. It just depends how much it's going to turn it back, really. Let's have a look at the action since the what I'm calling the E wave low. Okay, so assuming right up to that point, it's wave 2. We've got 5 waves up to there. 1, ABC 2, 3, a bit of a subnormal 4 there, but that does count quite well as a 5-1. This actually is an ABC, so that is part of a correction. So I think that's a key point here. AB, irregular correction, wave 2. That must be impulsive. It's made new highs with a rally, but this also looks pretty impulsive. So, I mean, it's not impossible that the count should be this is all wave 1, and this is wave A of the next leg down. I mean, it's not totally impossible. This actually is yeah, the big one right from the bottom around I think 1260 thereabouts. In which case a much bigger correction is due. Let's put the fibs on this rally. Okay, so the 5% level around 1313, and 61.8% around 1302. So 1300 is a key level here, I think. I think a break below 1300 would suggest, other than the sort of fairly short-term affair, that in fact we're seeing a bigger correction than my this current count allows for, and that maybe this is the peak of the first leg up from the 1260s or thereabouts. And these are levels to watch. 1313 is important. The low here is important. Although the move looks like it's now take that one out, it's around 1320, and 1300 is pretty key here. So just waiting for some kind of resolution to this issue. Let's have a look at the very short term. Okay, we're going from the peak here. We can count 5 waves down here. 1, ABC 2, 3. With a triangle coming in. The triangle does overlap, in fact, doesn't help matters. I guess actually maybe that's a 1, 2. So 1, triangular 2, 3, 4, 5. Quite unusual to see a triangle that's wave 2, I think. That would then be a 4, and that would be a 5. So we can count 5 waves down into that move there. Just to reiterate, 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 is all that lot there, 4 and 5. But we are seeing quite a spirited rally now, so that could be a 1, another triangle here. Gold does like triangles. It's in my book, Trading Triangles, as I recall. So that could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be a 3 wave. So we are getting some slight dichotomy here. Having said that, this would peak here and turn tail, head down, then we'll have an ABC. So we need to see how this rally develops. Really, I mean, if this is a third wave, then or at least a third wave in progress, then a fourth wave decline that doesn't take out this level here around 1343 would keep the uptrend intact and suggest that we're actually on the upside again, despite the fact that it looks like it could be an impulsive decline. In fact, it is pretty impulsive, there's no real doubt about that. So here we've got an impulsive decline followed by what may be an impulsive rally, but that needs to be confirmed. I'm trying to do rather confusing, but then I'm trying to explain the patterns, and I can understand that unless you're into these waves, it can be quite difficult. But the implications are that this decline is a worry, but that would be dispelled if we see a fifth wave coming up here. And this is quite a spirited move, so that's quite encouraging. But looking at the Dow, we see clear 5 waves up, followed by looks like an A, 3-part B, C. The uptrend appears to be resuming rather sluggishly. It seems to be all about this interest rate cut, which will either won't appear, so it'll be rather disappointing, or it may appear, but that would be perhaps buy the rumour, sell the news type of thing. So I'm not sure this is going to go much higher at the moment. The chart pattern's a bit obscure here with this rather messy rally. The DAX looks far more positive with this big C here, which is the end of a correction. 1, 2, 1, 2, with quite a nice looking third wave thrust now, so looking pretty positive. It could be a corrective move. It's again a long way off its all-time highs. Lots of bad news around. The EU, I think, is not going so well. Anyway, I think the value at the moment is in gold and cryptos. Pretty quite clear what I've been saying. I'm not sure there's a huge amount of value in the equities right now. Have a look at FTSE there. FTSE looks quite positive, and of course still very undervalued considering its peak in December 1999. It's below that's around 7,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good count. ABC again, nice count. Looks like we had a 1, 2, and now the third wave developing. So that supports the case on the DAX, I guess. But FTSE, I think there is a case for, say, being undervalued, and also the fact that the Brexit will hopefully come good, and that should, I think, give it a bit of a boost. And just a longer term perspective, here was the peak in 1999, around that level actually, it seems to be around 6967. So we had the peak there. 2007 experience was actually a failure, just below that level, so obviously pretty solid resistance. We're now above that, obviously, and it looks like we're going to go higher. But having underperformed so badly since for almost 20 years, perhaps that's the influence of the EU. I don't know. I think there's a case there that FTSE is perhaps good value. Well, on that note, I'll call it a day. Hope you found that interesting and useful. Back to report on Thursday morning. Have a great day. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.